We welcome with tremendous and profound relief the news of the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas and the planned exchange of Israeli hostages held by Hamas for Palestinian detainees held by Israel, and also with profound gratitude to the negotiators, the Qatari, Egyptian, and American negotiators and other diplomats, without whom this breakthrough just wouldn't have been possible. Ceasefires are very fragile things. They collapse all the time, and translating them into a permanent cessation of violence, let alone a pathway to sustainable peace, is really a very difficult process. But without a ceasefire, nothing else could become possible. And so we can't minimize the importance of what's happened here. We oftentimes think about peace as like being like oxygen, that if you might have a million things that are important to you, but if I strip all the oxygen out of the room, nothing else is important to you until you can breathe again. And this ceasefire is a temporary release of oxygen that we, and primarily our colleagues, our Israeli Palestinian colleagues, are already working very hard to translate into something more enduring. More specifically, the immediate needs that they're seeing and intending to address, already addressing, are the support to Palestinians and Israelis to mourn and honor the tens of thousands who have been killed over these last 15 plus months, and to care for and support the recovery of the tens of thousands of more who have been left grievously wounded, traumatized, even malnourished, because of how this war has been prosecuted. In the longer term, I know they will be looking for every opportunity to translate those sort of immediate needs for healing and support into a more durable process. The only thing that will lead to a future in which both Israelis and Palestinians live with safety and security and dignity and freedom is an inclusive political process that addresses the root causes of this conflict, grounded in persistent and adaptive community-based work, dialogue, trust building, ultimately reconciliation. And so that's a lot to talk about on just the first day of a ceasefire that may or may not last, but it's this combination of mobilizing to meet immediate needs and doing everything to try to translate this opening into something more enduring that is really required of us now. The uncertainty of all this and the fragility of all of this is not an invitation to stand on the sidelines. On the contrary, this is the alarm bell to get moving now and to support those on the ground who are mobilizing now to turn the ceasefire into ultimately durable peace. And so I invite you to support our colleagues, make a donation to support that work now. And I'll leave you with a quote. I didn't even ask if I could quote her, so I won't say who it is. It was one of our colleagues on the ground we were getting more and more news of this potential ceasefire over more than 48 hours now, sent an email that ended with, "On a personal note, I would be able to breathe if this bloody war would stop once and for all, and then my brain could reconcile with my heart to do the work needed to end this conflict through our collective work here and across the whole region. Please keep your hope and prayers with us." So I invite you to do the same to meet that need, and I thank you for your support.